And welcome back to Life Unrehearsed. Matt Del Vecchio here, and today we're spotlighting a remarkable organization that's changing lives through the power of equine therapy. Équi-Libre Therapeutic Riding Center is a group dedicated to promote physical, emotional, and cognitive well-being by fostering the bond between humans and horses. Joining me today is the founder and executive director of Équi-Libre Therapeutic Riding Center, Devon O'Farrell. Devon, welcome to Life Unrehearsed.
Hi, Matt. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining me, Devon. Wow, this is something that we're trying to get the word out for. So, first of all, this is really personal to you. Can you tell us about your personal journey with horses and what inspired you to co-found Enfant en Équilibre?
Yes. So I rode recreationally and competitively as a child. It was really my hobby all through, my childhood and my teenage years. And it was my passion, and it's where I first experienced the bond that we can have with horses and how they can help us through tough times and just the incredible feeling of being with them. And when I went off to university, I was really missing that connection. My parents really inspired me because they actually met when they were working with adults with intellectual disabilities. And then my mom went on to be a social worker, and my dad started a successful business. But they sort of inspired me to work with people in need. I knew I always wanted to have that connection. And so in university, I was studying that. I was studying human relations. And I said, where can I volunteer somewhere where this is like a connection, where we can put this stuff together? And that's how I discovered therapeutic riding. And I got my certification, and it's where I met the co-founder of Enfant en Équilibre at the time, and we just took off from there.
Amazing. I want to hear a little bit more about this. So tell us about the Équilibre Therapeutic Riding Center. What's your mission?
Yeah, so our mission is to offer equine-assisted therapy, recreation, sport, and learning programs to individuals with disabilities in our community. The purpose is really to contribute positively to their cognitive, physical, and emotional and social well-being through this connection with horses. So anywhere we can see bringing people and horses together and we're seeing a positive impact, that's what we're here for.
Love it. Talking with Devon O'Farrell, founder and executive director of Enfant en Équilibre Therapeutic Riding School. So can you give us, Devon, a couple examples of some of the services that your organization is offering?
Yeah, sure. We have quite a few programs now, actually. So we have therapeutic horseback riding. So that's offered by a certified instructor. That's an adapted recreational and sport activity. So these riders are learning how to ride. They're learning how to take care of their horse, groom them, prepare them for the lesson, then they're learning riding skills, and that's all in an adapted way. So we're talking about people that might have ADHD or anxiety or autism, really anything that might make it that this program would be best adapted to their needs, and that's what we're doing there. We have equine-assisted occupational therapy. So in this case, we have an occupational therapist who is using an approach called hippotherapy, and she'll have her clients go through an evaluation process. They'll create a treatment plan where they're going to achieve objectives that will help clients function better in their daily life. We also have an equine-assisted learning program. That's a groundwork program offered by a coach with an education and horsemanship background. And what she's going to do is focus on skill building related to personal growth and development. We have an equine-facilitated wellness program where we have a clinical social worker who's offering family therapy to promote cooperation, problem-solving, emotional regulation within the family to enhance the family's ability center. So outside of our regular programming, we have groups like the Mackay Center who will bring a group of kids a couple times a year to do hippotherapy. We even partnered with a clinic and we're working with veterans and first responders who have PTSD and substance abuse issues. So we're really, like I said, anywhere we can bring people and horses together, that's what we're trying to do.
I love that, and dear to my heart, my daughter went to Mackay Center and through the whole Summit program, and you're familiar with them as well. And,
oh, yeah.
And the power of horses is just amazing. And you're doing so good for people. And I'm sure it's gratifying for you and your volunteers. And I want to talk about your volunteers, and a shout out to Maggie Costa, who's one of your volunteers. Put us together, Devon, and I'm glad we were able to connect. But they are so important to
testament to the importance of our volunteers. They truly are the backbone of our organization, and I think all not-for-profit charitable organizations. It's so important. We really rely on our volunteers to help within these lessons and sessions with our clients. So they might be leading a horse or sidewalking with a client that's riding that has maybe low, poor balance or low muscle tone. And so that's really a safety concern there. And so these volunteers will get, lots of training with us, and they'll learn and you don't need to have horse experience. We can do that all under our roof. But we also are looking for volunteers for committee work all the time. So our fundraising committee, social media and marketing, horse care, facility maintenance. I mean, it's such a huge program and project. Anyone who knows horses knows there's a lot of poop to shovel also. we need help in all these areas.
A lot of hands going up for that volunteer job, but they do everything.
Surprised.
They do. I that's amazing, really. Talking with Devon O'Farrell, founder and executive director of Enfants en Équi-Libre Therapeutic Riding School here on Life Unrehearsed. You've mentioned the services that you've done, but Devon, you've seen firsthand the benefits of these activities. Can you share just a couple of examples of some of these benefits?
I can, and the benefits are really vast, and they're really specific to each person. So, I'm going to name a few, like you said, Matt, but there's so many more, and they're really program dependent and individual dependent. But what we'll see a lot of is, improved balance and coordination. We'll see an improvement in learning skills and concentration. A big one is an increase in self-esteem and self-confidence, this sense of achievement, increased independence, and then even physically, to get more specific, especially in our occupational therapy program, we're going to see kids that are going to acquire or improve their walk pattern by riding the horse. They're going to be able to maintain a sitting position more easily after their sessions, increase postural control and tone, improve self-regulation. I mean, the list really goes on and on.
Yeah, and I just love the fact also for the mental health and well-being, not only of the staff and the volunteers, but obviously the people benefiting from this. I could imagine, these children, young adults, and these massive animals, and then all of a sudden, like, they're one, and the benefits must be huge to them, and going back home, which helps not only the individual, I'm sure, Devon, but also the family members as well.
Absolutely. We see, if any of your listeners or you, Matt, get a chance to come up to our center, it's so peaceful. And we always will encourage parents or family members to go take a walk, bring a picnic, stay and hang out a while, look at the horses, be in nature. It really is. It's a happy place for myself, but I know I hear that from a lot of our volunteers as well, a lot of our clients. It's lovely to be with the horses and to be out in nature.
Well, I know you got a big event coming up on June 1st. You have an open house in St. Lazare, which is where you're located, right? In St. Lazare? Is that correct?
Exactly, yes.
So tell us about the open house on June 1st.
Yeah, so this is our second year participating in this open house event in collaboration with the town of St. Lazare. So it's to celebrate National Horse Day. And so in St. Lazare, there's about 10 different riding centers that are participating. And what it does is it's giving a chance to people who might not know about horses in general, or people that might be interested in equine therapy, like what we do, to come to our center, come meet our team, meet our horses, see the center, and just get a feel for it, ask us questions. We have a huge raffle going on this year with so many prizes that have been donated by over 30 local companies. We have a bake sale. We have Équi-Libre merchandise for sale. So much to discover and explore, and I really hope that people will make it out. It's on June 1st, so next Saturday. And yes, we are in St. Lazare at 4200 Chemin Saint-Angelique.
All right, and if our listeners want to find a little bit more, you've got a fantastic website, and so how could they find your website? Yeah,
so we're at www.eltrc.org. But if you put us into Google, Équi-Libre, Therapeutic Riding Center, it'll pop up.
Équi-Libre, EQUI-Libre, Libre. Great website, tons of information. Devon, thanks so much for spreading the good word.
Thank you so much, Matt, for having me.
All right, Devon O'Farrell, founder and executive director of Enfants en Équi-Libre Therapeutic Riding School.